Raise your hand if you were ever in middle school. Raise your hand if you were ever in 5th grade. Kindergarten? Now keep your hand up if you were ever in an early childhood program. This can be anything from daycare to Head Start program to even just preschool. No matter what program it was, those of you who kept your hands up are more likely to be successful throughout your childhood and your adulthood. Today, we're going to be discussing why the Council Bluffs Community School District needs to mandate early childhood programs because of the amazing developmental benefits, the way that it shortens the achievement gap, and of course, the long-lasting economic benefits. I know what most of you guys are thinking. Emmarie, these kids are only 3 to 4 years old. How is throwing a block around or staring at an upside-down book going to help these kids take over the world someday? And my response to that is to have patience and keep your ears open to what I have to say, my friend. We're going to start off our day by talking about the amazing developmental benefits of being in an early childhood program. According to the NAEYC, or the National Association for the Education of Young Children, play is one of the most important ways a child can learn. I know most of you think play is a skill that a child can learn on their own, but that just isn't true. Play is a skill that needs to be taught, usually by older children to younger children, and an early childhood center is the perfect place for that to happen because the kids are not only surrounded by their peers, but adults and teachers who can teach them not only the skill of play, but other really important developmental skills. Research shows that children who are in an early childhood program have better cognitive, social, and emotional skills, and they have a better foundation for language, social skills, and problem solving. So yes, even just throwing a block around will help a kid grow their imagination and develop fine motor skills, and just staring at an upside down book will give the kid the muscle memory that they need to be able to be reading by the time that they're in school. As we move on with our day, I would like to discuss a more serious topic with you guys. The achievement gap is something that affects kids who are either not in a good early childhood program or who aren't in one at all. As of 2020, according to census.gov, 41.8% of kids are in preschool. These kids will be behind their peers once they get to school in reading, writing, math, etc., which can be very discouraging for them and cause them to not want to learn to read, which can therefore label them in their future as difficult or lazy. The achievement gap usually affects kids from a disadvantaged family. This can be a single parent household who works 3 jobs and doesn't have the time to drop their kids off at daycare, or just simply can't afford to take their kids to the top preschool in the world. I know what some of you guys are thinking. We would have to put in way too much money and way too much time to get these early childhood centers made and up to the standard that they need to be mandated. But if you stick with me for a little bit longer, I can show you all why the money and the time will be worth it in the long run. As we move on to the end of our day, I would like to discuss with you all the long-lasting economic benefits that we would get from mandating early childhood programs. To start this off, I'd like to give you guys a fact from a speech that President Barack Obama gave in 2014, where he just said that for every $1 we put into early childhood centers, we as a society will earn more than $7 back. This is a fact that is still true to this day. The benefits that we get from early childhood programs can include higher graduation rates and lower crime rates. Just these alone can lead more kids to be getting a higher education and therefore a better job, which seems like a pretty obvious boost to the economy to me. Another boost that most people wouldn't think about is the support on working families. You may have a parent who say they don't have time to get as much hours at work because they're too busy watching their kids, or a stay-at-home mom who has to spend the whole day with her kids. By mandating early childhood programs, these parents will have more time to get in the office and be making more money, which leads me to my third point. By mandating these early childhood programs, these parents are going to have more money that they're going to be then putting back into our economy. Oh no, it looks like we're running out of time, but don't worry, you all get to come back and see me again tomorrow. Today, we discussed why the Council Bluffs Community School District needs to mandate early childhood programs because of the way that it lets children grow developmentally, the way that it shortens the achievement gap, and of course, the long-term economic benefits. Looks like it's time for me to dismiss you all. Have a wonderful day.